Okay, I've done your domain. Now, oh, wait, where'd the dude go? Chick, dude, gender? Where's the person who gave me... There you are. Because we have a follow-up quest, do we not? Follow-up quest. That ain't it. Wait, there's another event quest? Man, I can't win. An abundant estimation. Okay. Hello, I'm reporting back to you. Hajanad, it was great success. Want to hear the good news? Hold on a moment. Allow me to sense the shock boiling device you have on you. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to your device at all. Ah, this blazing warmth, this magnetic echo. It is like a chorus of alchemical potions in the flames. Such excitement. Impeccable, I say. Using the data you provided, I'm sure I'll be able to write the most perfect report. Really? Pamela didn't sense anything. White High Intelligence Floating Assistive Unit. You should read a few books of late-night academia quotations. It will help enhance your linguistic variety. Can Paimon even read? That way, you'll be able to understand many intricate analogies I can read, and both your human resistance to stress will increase manifold. Nah, Paimon doesn't get what you're saying, and there's no stress anyway. That's because you don't do anything. You can't stress when you don't do anything. Besides, Lunara is not the type to make Paimon do any strange experiments. Yeah, just see my previous point made about you not doing anything. Anyway, don't change the subject. We've performed the experiment as we agreed, so now it's payday. You'll have it. You'll have it. Come on, don't you trust me? This is 50 people's salary? This kind of feels different from what Paimon expected. Not that there's too little or anything. I mean, I can't make any judgment or opinion because I don't know what you're giving me. But I wouldn't call that a large sum of Mora. There is some discrepancy here, I must confess. Did the Mora I saved over this half a year not pack enough of a punch for you? Did I underestimate the price that mercenaries can fetch? The daily wage I planned for them was the same as the daily allowance my mentor gave me, though. My new mentor is very generous, too. Now that I'm under her, I can have one shawarma wrap every day and still have funds left over. Please tell me you eat outside of that wrap. If I bought a bag of flour and picked some zaytun peaches outdoors, then grabbed several buckets of river water to cook them into a paste, I could even live for 2 weeks on a single day's funds. Then the leftover funds can be diverted back into shock-boiled brew research, and that's how I came up with my estimate for mercenary pay. Your dietary demands are very modest. Your views and standards of living are very precarious. Hajanad, how have you even survived up till now? You're practically punishing yourself the way you live. You at least need to eat your fill of shawarma wrap to call it a big meal. If you only eat paste every day, you'll definitely ruin your health. I know. I already live very well, you know. Some students need to fork out more to finish their studies. I was like that before. Now that really was not having any time to think about food. Now that I have a stipend, I believe that's how you pronounce that word. I don't really hear it that often this day and age. Approved by my mentor. I can eat my fill every day. I consider myself most fortunate, really. You really didn't get the point. Paimon's got it. We'll treat you to an awesome meal. Yeah, on whose bloody dime, Paimon? Thanks. That'll show you what real standards are, not just this getting by stuff. No, I couldn't. The commissioner's treating the commissioner? To me, that would never do. Thanks for your concern, but there's no need to worry. As long as I continue to make progress and prove my ability, I will definitely make it someday. Constantly thinking of feasting and drinking is not something I should be doing at this age. You're like way young. What kind of attitude is that? Nothing. Time's wasting. I'm going back to write my report. Well then, could you also take some fruits and vegetables from us to make up the difference? We often find poinsettias and cabbages, so we definitely got loads to spare. Who gives cabbages? Cabbage is not a delicious food, you know. I always found it weird when I was in Japan, and they substitute lettuce for cabbage in almost everything, and it's like, if I wanted to eat a salad with cabbage, I'd buy a goddamn coleslaw. But I don't want cabbage in my salad. I want damn leafy. I want lettuce or spinach or something. Yeah, not a fan of cabbage. She laughs maniacally. I can already see my mentor's jaw going slack at the sight of these discoveries. Okay. Paimon's words may as well be wind between her ears. There she goes. Paimon keeps getting the feeling that if she keeps going on like this, she's going to collapse from malnutrition at some point. Yeah, you don't say. Her mentor should notice, I hope. Given the pitiful amount that the mentor pays her. I don't know about that. Let's hope this research maniac doesn't collapse too no. Yeah, from how Hajanah put it, her mentor really does value her. Well, guess we can only hope that she finishes her research smoothly and secures more funds so she can live an ordinary life. Maybe we'll meet again. Who knows? Maybe we'll get more rewards and less worry about her eating habits next time. And that is the complete. Huzzah! 30 Primogems. I really was hoping for more, but I'll take it. Boom! 14 hours remaining. Gimme. Oh, the wish is the next one.
I'm all for work.
I don't think I have enough Primogems to afford a wish. Oh, I do! That is so not the right tab. I can get 2 whole wishes. Wow, big spender. Doesn't matter. I have 0 hope of getting anything constructive by the end of this banner. Let's be real. Let's be real. I have 0 hopes. Yeah, okay. So that was the end of that. I guess we then just keep... Nope. There's the other event. Fulminating Sandstorm. In response to the inexplicable dangers lurking amidst the sands, the Academia seeks to repel the threat using machines. You encounter an anxious researcher near Ari Village, except I'm nowhere near Ari Village. But I guess we'll ignore that. You, the culling of the worms. Proposal. Near Ari Village, you encounter an anxious-looking researcher. Again, nowhere near Ari Village, but thanks for dictating my life for me. Ah, that'd be you, my dear. Are you anxious? If you're Fodil, you must be Shriya. Paimon! Why you gotta be in the way like that? That fool, running headfirst into the desert like that. Do something, Fodil. Please, give him a hand. Emerita, that's where she's from. Apologies, the garrison in the village is limited, and since we're tied up with keeping them from causing any trouble, we can't afford to spare any strength for now. But that fool's been bending over backwards to deal with them. At least, in the name of mutual interest. Can someone please explain what you're talking about? It's making no sense to me. Well, it's not that we don't want to help, but the guards are now spread thinly across the desert on the lookout for them. Getting a team together is going to take time. How could this be? If we return to Caravan Rabat for help, it will most certainly be too late. Your shoes are also inappropriate for the desert. Is someone in danger? Do you guys need help? Huh? You guys are... Just another adventurer passing by. I was about to say that's no singular, and then Paimon pipes up. And her best friend Paimon. Yeah, no, 0 best friends going on here. Adventurers? Really? Thank the heavens. There's help for Vinayak. Vinayak? Nah, at last. I really wish I would just have some audible pronunciation of these names, so I'm not left floundering in deep water. Miss Adventurer. I mean, at least I could get by with the Japanese and the Chinese names, because I can kind of, like, guess from words I know of those languages how to pronounce their names and shit. But I have no basis for these pronunciations. I don't have any experience with these kinds of languages and words, so I have no idea how to pronounce them. I don't know where the emphasis is. Is it on the beginning, the middle, the end? Like, I don't know. I've got nothing to go on. And it now occurs to me that we didn't have any Korean region. That's kind of sad. Especially since we've got 2 Asian regions. But no Korean. Sad. Anywho, Miss Adventurer, please save Vinayak. Let's say Vinayak. It sounds cooler. We'll make sure to reward you handsomely. Yeah, unless you're specific, I don't trust your reward. But first, tell me what's going on. Well, the desert has become more dangerous than before. Honey, I don't think the desert can get any more dangerous. Thanks to those wretched vermin running amok. It's for the best that I fill you in on the situation before making plans. Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise I'm not going to know what the hell's going on. Oh, am I supposed to be looking at you as well? This is not a useful... Okay, Fodil, I can't see you. We'll just... Is that how I'm meant to be standing? I have no idea. Hey, you guys are right. Sorry, I was a little anxious. You were more than a little anxious. I've been hearing you ask about a certain them this whole time. What are they, anyway? A swarm of Wunut. I mean, when the thing said worms, I could only assume Wunut. For some reason, they've recently become unusually violent, hiding in sandstorms to attack unsuspecting prey passing by. They're just bugs. I've dealt with way bigger enemies. When you put it that way, yes, but this time there are far too many of them. Ooh, a congregation of Wunut. What is the collective noun for a collection of Wanut? It's hard to deal with them under the cover of a sandstorm, and they usually flee at the first sign of danger. Well, that's called self-preservation. Points to them. Wow, that's quite the pickle you're in. Such as Ari Village, other passing merchants have also been affected. That's why the academia sent... What did I say I was going to say his name was? Vinayak, and me to deal with these unruly Wanut. Why? How do they expect that the two of you are going to be able to take care of the Do you have some special skills in Wanut taming? Do you have, like, deep insight into the psyche of the Wanut? Because that's what you studied for years and years and years. Why the two of you when you're clearly not warriors? I ask difficult questions, apparently. But the caravan we entrusted to deliver some components was attacked by Wanut on the way, and everything got swept up in sandstorms. I fear they've become the monster's playthings by now. I wanted to return to Caravan Rabat for help, but Vinayak, who knew that after all these years, he's still as rigid as a machine. He said something about getting his precious components back and just ran into the desert all by himself. Oh, well, he's suicidal. Let him die. Maybe I should just let the monsters take him. Yeah, you know... Sometimes you just can't save them from themselves. Wow, what should we do, Lunara? If we leave this matter alone, not only will that researcher be in danger, but the Wanut problem won't be resolved. Yeah, I don't care about the idiot who went off into the desert. The Wanut problem, though, is something I can attempt to solve. Hopefully without just killing them all, because that would really be of no use to the local ecosystem. This crisis in the desert can't be ignored. Leave the rescuing to me. Gosh, they're very melodramatic options. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I let my temper get the better of me. I'll mark the location of the attack on the map. Please find him as soon as possible. I hope he doesn't get the harebrained idea to dive right into the horde of monsters and start picking up components. I'm pretty sure that's what he's done, but you know, what would I do? Where is he? Holy shit, he was all the way out. What direction did you come? What? You've been sent from the academia over this way to come to the desert to sort out the Wanut problem, and for whatever reason you had components on you. I still haven't figured out why you had components on you and what these components are supposed to do. And you're now currently in Ari Village, so you would have come along this path. But somehow you lost the components over here. Did you go to Ari Village via the fucking desert and then came back? I don't understand how they got there. Again, am I not meant to be asking these questions? This is not en route in any direction at all. And if you went here, I suppose this is the closest place you could have asked for help because the rest of the desert is not inhabited. Okay, I forgive you for that one, for coming to Ari Village for help. I mean, honestly, you may as well... If you've come all this distance for help... Caravan Rabat is not that much further. You may as well go get some soldiers from Rabat. Just saying. The little bit of a distance is not going to make a difference. I still don't understand how your components got all the way out here. What the heck? And what are the components even for? Oh, he's just standing and watching. Vinayak? What are we looking at? I see nothing but desert. Is that just because my, distance, nothing's procced into my distance? Oh, be right back. This is probably going to be a scorpion, but whatever. I see shiny. I'm not rewarded for my shiny. Another shiny. And once again, not rewarded for my shiny. Hi. Bye. Okay, I'm done playing with shinies. Such a sad thing. What are we looking at? I don't know what we're looking at. Getting it from this angle and using the terrain for cover. As long as the angle of sunlight isn't higher than, and my speed is no lower than. That still isn't it. What are you trying to figure out? A viable route to recover the components without having to face the monsters. Thanks to the Wanut, all my precious components got swept up by those monsters. Whoa, who are you? When did you show up? Wait, they're not even from the same school? What are your guys' majors? That you're from different schools at the academia, but they sent the two of you together. I'm so perplexed. What is your specialty? Why were you sent here? I've been listening to you talk to yourself for a while now. Relax, we're not bad guys. Your friend sent us. Friend? Could it be Shreya? No, she clearly said she wouldn't care if I was taken by the monsters. Oh, I mean, part of her kind of just wants the components back. I see. Yeah. She sent you to get the components, right? It doesn't matter if I'm taken by the monsters, but it will definitely matter if the components aren't recovered. Yeah, that sounds like something she would say. You could put it that way. Still, thanks all the same. I'm racking my brain trying to figure this out. I was this close to rushing out and just taking it one step at a time. One wrong step and I'll get caught by the monsters. That's generally how it works. If it wasn't here, and with Shreya being such a klutz, who else would be going to take care of these machines? No wonder well, I mean, wouldn't the academia send more people when you didn't report back? Maybe. No wonder Shreya was so worried. This guy thinks about nothing but his mechanical components. Lunara, let's go and get the components before he gets himself in trouble. I still have no idea what these components are, and I still have no idea why you have them out here in the desert. During the challenge, some 4-leaf sigils. You mean my teas? Yep. Will have diving benedictions on them. Obtain this buff to create shockwaves at the point of impact of your plunging attacks. Dealing physical damage to no. Yep, do I have to? Can I not just fight them? Like, why have we got to be all fancy about this?
In adventuring, as in business, you always
sir,
have to seize
you
the
haven't
opportunity.
given me a quest, or if you did, it hasn't activated my quest. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I have to talk to you. Brave adventurer, are you ready to go collect these components? I guess. Is this timed? In that case, I leave this matter in your hands. Is this timed? No. Bonus effect details. Damage dealt by all party members using catalysts will be increased. Yeah, well.
Speed of light. Hey!
It is timed. I know I normally need the heater to start the fight, but I actually didn't think it was going to be this long and time consuming. Where are the components, by the way?
Cut to the chase.
Okay, so I have to defeat 12 monsters. Aha! There it is. Oh, I've got to defeat the monsters in every single location. I see. Excuse you. Trying to get out.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge. To ashes. Don't blink. With sword comes shadow.
Oh, you want a piece of me? Go for it. I'm not picking. Thank you.
Temple of Wisdom.
Wow. One Beto strike killed most of them. Excuse me, can you come closer? No? Okay.
Nowhere to hide. Just wait for a little. Eyes on me.
They give you so much time to finish this. Holy hell. So much time. You'll be returned to the researcher's location when you leave the challenge. Thank God for that, because I did not want to go back on foot. Oh, Beto, thank you. Oh, thank you, brave traveller. Oh, phew. It hasn't been too long and the parts are still in good condition. Just a few more adjustments. Vignac starts tinkering with the machinery. Vignac? Oh, hey, hi, you came. Almost done. Vignac. Wow, Shreya, when did you get here? When you were fiddling with the components? Didn't you say that this place was dangerous and full of monsters? Why are you even here? I'm just worried about our components. If we can't finish this assignment, even I can't return to the academia. Ha! I knew it. Look, I have everything here. Once we go back and make some more adjustments, we can finally start assembling. So, what are these components for? Finally, someone's asking the big ticket question. I forgot to tell you. They're for the Wanut Slayer Cannon, our graduation project. Why such an obscure topic? If you'd applied for graduation, you'd understand why. Well, not that any of that matters now. If you'd applied for graduate... What? I don't know what you're trying to say there, sir. Okay, so you're from different houses, but I'm not quite sure how the academia actually functions. I kind of thought if you went and belonged to a certain house, or school rather, school, you were then following a particular course of study. But we've got two people from different schools pursuing the same type of study. So is that not how it works? Or do you just have some overlap between your schools? We've dealt with the academia for so long, but I still don't think I really understand the curriculum. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Shreya, an emerita graduate with a specialization in desert biology and ecology. Okay, desert biology and ecology. This machine-obsessed doofus over here is a Kasharawa researcher with a specialization in applied mechanics. Okay, that answers that question. You two are not studying the same field. You are in complementary fields for the purpose of this task. I'm Vinayak. Thanks a lot for earlier. Can people with completely different fields of study work together? What kind of a question is that, Baimon? It's called everyday life. Don't get me started. Working with him on our graduation proposal was definitely the biggest mistake I've ever made as a student. You can't really say that. We both managed to graduate in the end anyway. We did, yes. But did you figure how many extra years it took? Oh my god, years plural. Stuff that. Whatever the case, we graduated, right? I heard some of our classmates just completed their thesis proposal last year. Ugh, enough. We're not students anymore, so can we just move on from those pointless discussions? You're the one who always starts it. Nonsense. We were building the first prototype. Hey, arguing isn't going to get you anywhere. Whoa, you guys have it out for each other. How could the academia even think of sending you two together to handle this? Actually, the academia didn't send us. I thought you said that they did. A person named Kunar was supposed to take care of this matter. What happened to Kunar? You could call him my mentor's mentor. He was there during our thesis defense. I guess that was how we got the impression that some young students in the academia had designed a Wunutslayer cannon or something like that. So this time he simply kicked the two of us back here to deal with the problem, saying that the academia needs to give youngsters more opportunities to shine. But he obviously didn't consider the fact that the two of us have barely talked to each other since graduation. He even convinced my mentor. Anyway, this is an opportunity for me to get the Wunutslayer cannon back out in the open. Once it's assembled, we'll show these vermin what it can do. There that mechanical idiot goes again. From my point of view, I also want to investigate the cause of the Wunut rampage to maintain the ecological balance of the desert. Miss Adventurer, you look like you don't have a name. Someone of impressive skill. May I ask you to keep us safe while we're in the desert? I'll do it for the right price. Rest assured, there isn't a lot of support from the academia, but at least we're well funded. Although someone here has spent most of it on upgrading the machinery. Yeah, well, that probably wasn't a bad idea, Shreya. The improvements were necessary, and since you're capable of speaking politely, can't you be a little nicer to me? It depends on whether the person I'm talking to is worthy of my patience. Oh no, here they go again. Maybe leave the arguing for later. Can we start the actual work? Sorry, it's an old habit from my academia days. Maybe you should break that habit. This batch of components has to be brought back to Ari Village for further adjustments. By all accounts, we can't start assembling until tomorrow. We had previously planned to install the Wunutslayer cannon in nearby areas where Wunut have been spotted. When the time comes, there may be other creatures attracted by the noise we make. We'll be counting on you. No problemo. We can continue our debate now, right? I'm just telling you, all my expenses are justified. Fine, you asked for it. Let's go over the details and see where all that Mora went. I don't want to be part of that conversation. Do I have to wait for the morrow? I do indeed. 8 a.m. Fortunately, we were near the new day just. Back to Ari. Talk to the two researchers.
I'm all for work-life balance, but...
Where?
I think this is pushing it.
It didn't mark my quest. Okay. I kind of have to go on foot for this one. Oh, hello. Mr. Thiele? This way? This way where? You on crack? There's nothing that way. Unless you mean underground. Unless he means that way underground. Too bad. So sad. Excuse me, just going past. Don't kill me. I said don't kill me. What even was it? No idea. They could at least have put T's on my path. But no, I have to go on foot in this godforsaken desert. There they are, standing out in the sun. There's the damn T. Do you guys know we're gonna get sunburnt? I don't think Kaching thought to bring her sun cream. So why did you order customized rivets? Oh my god, they're still going. They don't improve performance at all, do they? Riveted armor is a symbol of romance for us Kasharawa researchers. Okay, so that was a bit of a waste of money. You guys, have you been at it since yesterday? Ah, you're already here. Not exactly. We actually had the debate about funding yesterday. We were actually arguing about something else. But before I knew it, we went right back to arguing about funding. So something else. I've polished the seams of the components until they are shiny and sparkly, but Shri is trying to abandon the plan. Abandon? I just want a temporary pause. Why? Didn't you notice that there's something wrong with the environmental parameters? If we continue with the assembly, the charging efficiency of the device will be much lower than expected. We need to figure out what's going on in this area, eliminate all external influences, then proceed with the assembly as planned. There are plenty of situations where the ideal and actual circumstances don't match. There's no need to be so fussy. Yeah, but if it's something we can fix, Vinayak, we probably should, you know, eliminate those extra parameters. I took the margin of error into consideration when I drafted the blueprint, so it's not a big deal at all. Again, if we can eliminate the things that what is the word? The variables? Yeah, if we can eliminate the variables, we should. Besides, sometimes you have to test things out before you can figure out what the problem is. Is that why you tested experimental device number 2 until it exploded that other year? That was different. I didn't realize the need to leave room for error back then. Is there a safer way to do this? I'm thinking. Maybe we can first switch off the turret's firing function and just do a simulated experiment of its charging process. That won't do. I don't trust your judgment on this. Ho, savage. Let's get rid of the turret ignition module, and I'll safeguard it for you. You can install the other components however you please. Remove the ignition module? Then when it's like cannon will just be one big paperweight. That's what I'm thinking. If you get rid of the ignition, I mean, how's it going to fire? Didn't you say that we'd do an experimental simulation of the charging process? At the end of the day, you're still thinking about firing that cannon. Let's just disable the firing function. Maybe start by building the framework? Well, alright. Let's think of this as a trial assembly. If only you'd have said this earlier. I expect a lot of monsters to be attracted during the installation process. When the moment comes, we'll be counting on you, adventurer. In the fulminating Sandstorm Challenge, Deviant Wanuk can suddenly attack from underground and disrupt operations. Okay, the charging devices and the Wanuk, it's see-through. Slayer Cannon require a stable operating environment. All opponents in various areas will be defeated for the 2 machines to be assembled. Okay.